both backcourts in this one, Stan, cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the center, filling out the middle. Fires the three. Post shot, no good. And it's San Antonio's ball. It's a three-point game. Left side, Wembanyama. Barnes with a screen on Green. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now here's Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Butler finds Curry. Off the mark there with a three.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Fox, that's good.
Yeah, excellent work in transition from Fox, pushing the pace and supporting the fast break.
Here's Curry to stop the run. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Curry from deep three-point land. The long-distance three is buried.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Castle. Rebounded by Butler. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about his matchup against the highly touted Victor Wembanyama, and coach told me Victor's combination of speed and size creates a lot of problems on both ends of the floor, so we've got to play a physical brand of basketball to just keep him out of rhythm. It'll be interesting to see how that affects him, BA.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Curry. Green, a screen. Drive by Curry. Lays it up and banks it in. Curry's got 5 now.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead by 4. Wembanyama, pass to Barnes. Fox for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. 5 points in the game.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Butler, good.
Jimmy Butler taking it upon himself to get those 3 points back.
Barnes drives in. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
He slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Drills it from deep.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
A 6'3" point guard, Fox has solid size at the 1, and it really helps him out inside.
Payton finds Butler. Green with the ball. On the wing, Curry unloads. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Wembanyama, screen on Curry. The 3 ball. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Curry's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. From downtown, they get it back. Pass to Castle. From deep, Wembanyama sends it home from 3-point land.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Curry against Fox. Here's post. Payton passes to Butler. Outside Curry, on the wing, Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. San Antonio leading by 8. Fox outside Wembanyama. Pass to Vassell. Butler with a steal. And the ball out of play. The Spurs will have it.
Substitution for your Warriors. Kevon Looney. Moses Moody.
Wembanyama from deep three-point land. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's victory. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Kuminga, 6 to shoot. Here's Curry. Wembanyama gets a hand on it.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Fox with the ball. And Looney picks him up defensively. Fox lifts off and hammers it down.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. Here's Curry. He's got 5. All right, Stan, what's your take on this very youthful San Antonio Spurs roster?
Well, Brian, they've got the guy to build around. They're very exciting to watch. They've been gaining momentum. They're coming together as a unit, as a roster. And look, this team's got a chance to be very good together.
Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
Man, Wembanyama getting it done.
Woo! On the wing, Curry. To the middle. The shake. Post. San Antonio with a rebound. Pass to Castle. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Warriors trail by 12. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to miss them at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Wembanyama. Barnes the screen. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. The Warriors have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Boom! 3 for Jimmy.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Butler against Vassell. Fox deciding where to go with it. On the take. And Fox powers it home.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up the team.
Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
And a two-handed jam!
Showing how athletic he is. When Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
Here's post. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Now here's Fox. He's got 15. Here's Wembanyama. The putback. Oh, Wemby! The putback!
You know, when Wembanyama gets to an offensive rebound, he's going straight back to the rim with it. You can count on that.
Outside Curry. Outside Payton. Pass to Green. Payton with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's Butler. He's guarded by Vassell. Butler can't get it to go.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wembanyama screen. Over to the wing. Wide open. And Wembanyama missing. Here's Curry. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
And so it's San Antonio finishing the quarter with a thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
Kevon Looney is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Pajemski in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. Stan, when you talk to others about Keldon Johnson, one of the things you hear is that he's a natural leader.
Yeah, Brian, look, the intangibles with him are off the charts. This is a guy that got on the United States national team because of the kind of person and player he is. He leads by example every day.
Paul, shot is off. Warriors trail by 6. Now Hield, and that one is stopped right through.
Where was the defense? Can't allow Hield to get this kind of positioning to throw it down.
And that one's good. Paul.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Champagnie. They set the screen. Jacks up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Champagnie's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Moody. Back to Pajemski. This one for 3. On target from range.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Yeah, the dime-dropping skills of Paul. Tremendous at getting it to uncover teammates.
Warriors trail by 6. Moody passes to Looney. Outside Pajemski. Left side Kuminga. The steal. Back come the Spurs in transition. And they pick up 2. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, the crafty nature of Paul. Just finding ways to capitalize when the break is on.
Stan, one of the most impressive streaks in sports history, the San Antonio Spurs, one of the smallest markets in the NBA, making 22 consecutive playoffs.
Yeah, and Brian, there's nothing that I respect more than consistent success year after year. I think it's harder than having that one great year. What San Antonio did in those years is incredible.
And they had a great sideline quarter out here, too.
Good-looking guy.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the new group getting ready for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Kuminga. Jimmy Butler comes in for Heel. Payton's checked in for Moody. And it's Curry in for Pajemski. Curry passes to Payton. Back to Curry. Pass to Payton. Green with the ball. Sohan covering. Shot clock at 5. Nice D from Paul.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Here's Champagny. There's a screen. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Paul into the lane. An easy 2 on the layup. And it's a 12-point San Antonio lead.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game. Sohan with the ball. Green picks him up. From deep, Johnson. Hauled in by Curry. Warriors trail by 10. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Butler passes to Curry. Outside for Green. Pass to Butler. Rebound by San Antonio. Paul looking over the floor. Fires in the triple. Paul's got 9 points here in the second half. And here's Green from the arc. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the San Antonio Spurs in command with a 13. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Spurs. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. Sends it home from three-point land. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Payton's shot is good.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
The big man, Wemby for 2.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing. Dominating on the inside.
Stolen by Vassell. Out to the wing. Castle for 3. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Tenacious stuff there from Fox. It takes guts to sink a shot while being fouled.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Now here's Wembanyama. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Wembanyama's got 22 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Vassell outside. Back to Fox. Kicks it out to Barnes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Moody. Outside Kuminga. Pass to post. Good D by Wembanyama. Spurs lead by 18. It's stolen by Kuminga.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
A deep three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Vassell. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Right side, Butler. Offensive rebound. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter here.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
To the wing, right side. Castle. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And what a huge performance it was for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Pass to Kuminga. Moody on the wing. And here's Curry from deep three-point land. Rebounded by Fox.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Barnes, no good. Butler with the ball. Outguarded by Wembanyama. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
And Curry is always a threat to shoot, which is why defenses sometimes get too aggressive guarding him.
The line for the Dubs.
Good on the second one.
Taking 3.
And he makes all 3. San Antonio with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now here's Wembanyama. Fires away from way outside. Nails it. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah.
So often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in the point. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the clock. Curry with it. Mathurin picks him up. The layup missed.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Halliburton for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Free ball.
Halliburton's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for the Pacers. Outside Curry. We're about 1 minute into the first. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to post. Throws it down, and the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That's on Benedict Mathurin.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the Pacers doors last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
Here's Turner following the basket by Stephen Curry. Halliburton finds Siakam. On the wing. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Butler passes to Curry. Here's Payton. Back to Curry. Green, the screen. Curry can't get it to go. The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 1. Back to Butler. Let's go. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Now you can see Jimmy Butler moving without the basketball, getting into his shot window, and that's a nice catch and shoot.
It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. It's Butler. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Curry looking around. And he lays it straight in.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustment.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. 4-point game. Nailed from 3-point land.
I'll tell you, the confidence of Miles Turner shooting from just about anywhere, including from deep beyond the arc.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Curry kicks to Green. Out to Payton. Back to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And Curry has it in the corner. Shot clock at 3. Halliburton with the steal. Outside  launches it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding at spacing the floor.
Payton dishes to Curry. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Stephen Curry a little bit undersized, but he is so slippery once he's in the paint.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. The 3 ball. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Turner puts up a deep 3. And so it's Miles Turner making things happen for the Pacers. He not... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of 3-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Looney. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And here is Curry after Miles Turner was able to get the triple.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some run-out.
Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Takes a 3. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now here's Curry. He's got 6, and the basket is good. Hield's got his first bucket of the night.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
Mathurin for 3, and it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors trail by 5. Curry on the wing. Nemhard covering. Butler passes to Curry. Kuminga sets a screen for Curry. Kuminga finds Curry. The kick outside to Butler. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Butler's got 8 points.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin. And you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man. And I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
The first one falls.
What I love most about Jimmy Butler is his will to win and the capacity he has to take his teammates right along with him.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Now here's McConnell. Down low, Toppin passes to Bryant. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
That's just good awareness from Toppin, willing to get it to the open guy immediately. Love the unselfishness.
Pass to post. And here is Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. A shot by McConnell, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Here's post. They kick out to Hield. Outside Butler. Here's post. Just 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Poked away. Toppin with the steal. 1:33 left to play here in the second quarter. And a nice shot by Bryant.
What a smart pass by Obi Toppin. He does not let that opportunity pass him by.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Warriors making a change here. Payton's checked in. Here's Podziemski. He's covered by McConnell. Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
The Warriors trailing. Payton in the corner. It's intercepted. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Here's Toppin. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Green is checked in for Gary Payton.
Now into the lineup for your Warriors, number 23, Draymond.
Golden State's gone 3-6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. On the wing, Heel. Outside, Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State. For Indiana, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second, 5 of 10. Here's Nesmith. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Pacers lead by 4.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drop. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Miles Turner in this one.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Three-pointer.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got T.J. McConnell. Obi Toppin out there with Aaron Nesmith. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Shepard in at the shooting guard position. Payton attacking, and Payton throws it down.
Everyone's focused on Stephen Curry. He's focused on finding the next best shot. What a pretty pass.
Here's McConnell. The kick out to Bryant. Pass to Shepard. Bryant with a screen on Payton. Shepard. And Indiana, another three.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Curry wide open, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Kevon Looney is checked in for the Warriors. Here's McConnell. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Warriors trail by 9. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A.
Jimmy Butler attacking at will, and the buckets just keep coming.
And the shot goes down. Toppin's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Curry from deep three-point land. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers leading by 7. Now Shepard. He's looking for Toppin and finds him. And the wide open shot from McConnell hits the three-point bomb. McConnell's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kuminga's come in for Golden State. Curry kicks to Kuminga. And he finishes nicely on the way. Kuminga's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors, trailing here by 8.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
Here's the floater. No good at the rim. Indiana's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the 3rd quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Siakam for 3. Doesn't go for him.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Over in the corner, Kuminga. Here's Green. Out to Payton. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Curry. He's got 6. Sinks the triple. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Wow, we're accustomed to seeing Draymond Green make the pass, but how about that catch-and-shoot delivery? Nice.
Curry passes to Green. Curry with it. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Payton against Halliburton. Outside Turner. It's stolen by Green. There's Kuminga. His 3-pointers off the mark. Indiana leading by 5. From outside the arc, Nembhard's shot is good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. Butler passes to Moody. Back to Butler. Pass to Moody. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one. Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Toppin sets a screen for Shepard. Tries the spin move. Toppin kicks to McConnell. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kuminga, Podziemski out there with Moses Moody. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the center, locking down the middle. Podziemski's shot is good.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Nembhard, and he banks in the layup.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Pass to Post. To Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. Nembhard covering. Just 2 to shoot. A nice shot by Moody.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And that's not an easy shot for a big. Siakam showing his comfort level from anywhere.
Left side, Kuminga. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hands on Benedict Mathurin. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Kuminga, no good. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Nembhard. Offline with his 3. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Pass to Butler. Outside, Kuminga. To the middle. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Gary Payton comes in for Moses Moody. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Green finds Curry. Outside, Green. Outside for Curry. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Well, certain guys are so lethal in the mid-range, you almost want them to take it. Stephen Curry, one of those guys.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Lets it fly from 18. The Warriors pull it in. Post has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now here's Curry. This one for 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
Here's Halliburton. Out to Turner. There's the triple. Warriors with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Green with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Pass to post. Halliburton with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Mathurin against Payton. Mathurin, good.
Wow, big moment for the youngster. Pressure not getting to Benedict Mathurin even a little.
Curry fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. 46 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Oh, Turner in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Siakam for 3. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Shots good by Turner.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, Nemhard. From deep three-point land, the shot misses. So it's Indiana picking up the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
Battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. And it's Halliburton in at the one spot. And here's Siakam. Pass to Turner on the wing, Mathurin. Turner, a screen on Vassell for three. Mathurin, Turner, and then Turner with the dunk.
The agility of Turner is huge in these pick and rolls. He's hard to prevent from scoring in these situations.
And it's Fox with the jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. And here's Siakam for 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Halliburton, good.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Greg Popovich. I asked Coach what his plan was for trying to slow down Pascal Siakam, and he said to make him into a jump shooter. He does the most damage around the rim, so we want to force him out on the perimeter whenever possible. It's not an easy task by any means. We'll see if they're able to do this. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Castle. Pass to Wembanyama. Takes the 3. The rebound by Nembhard. Indiana has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Nice shot by Turner. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Can't lose sight of Turner in these situations. You're asking to get burned whenever you do.
Here's Vassell. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And look at the vision from Halliburton. Love seeing ball movement like this.
Vassell, a screen on Turner. The 3 from Wembanyama. Pure from 3-point range.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Siakam against Barnes. Lets the 3 fly. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, how about Siakam right there, coming right back and sinking the 3?
Oh, stolen by Turner. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Connects from downtown.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Back to Halliburton. Pass to Turner.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Puts up a 3. Vassell with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Since drafting Wembanyama, the Spurs have looked like a team that gets better every game, RJ.
And they're still so young. They're learning the intricacies of the game and how to play with each other. But you can tell things are coming together, and the future looks bright.
They get the rebound. Wembanyama. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Wembanyama's got 5 points.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
11 feet out. Turner, no good. Spurs trail by 6. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Look at Fox get up. Okay, I see you flexing on him.
Indiana's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Nembhard outside. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Siakam the screen. Halliburton, the pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now here's Siakam. Wembanyama gets a hand on it.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
The Spurs have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Pass to Castle. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Halliburton.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Siakam finds Halliburton. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And Indiana misses again. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send them to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Here's Turner. Matherin up top. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, Fox with a steal. That'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Pacers?
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
On the court for the Pacers, second quarter underway. Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Matherin in at the 3, the small forward. And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, my hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I can get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no need to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind.
Passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. Here's Nembhard. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Fox. Siakam with the defensive effort.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Pass to Halliburton. And here's Siakam. He's guarded by Barnes. And the foul called on Harrison Barnes. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
It's stolen by Barnes.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
San Antonio again can't hit. Indiana trailing here. Halliburton right side. This one for 3. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Oh! Fox with the flush off the drive.
Explosive move by Fox, and if you're the defense, you've got to come to expect that.
Here's Halliburton. Pass to Turner. Soft touch off the glass. Turner's got 12. And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
Now here's Siakam. Pass to Turner. Here's Matherin. Turner, a screen on Vassell, and the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul of the game. So Indiana ends up going with a new group. On defense, the Spurs. They lead by 4. Toppin goes in. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Now here's Vassell. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Outside for Wembanyama. From down in the low post, it goes. And it's a 6-point Spurs lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break has been a big part of their success.
A line change here for San Antonio. Here's Nesmith. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. And the three-pointer goes. Shepard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Paul looking it over. Driving to the basket. Drops in the layup for 2. Paul's gotten his first points in this one.
I love how creative Paul is at penetrating inside. Talented at reading angles and exploiting the holes in the D.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
Now here's Paul from outside the arc. And Bryant pulls it down. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Champagny off target from outside. The Pacers have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Shepherd, that's good.
Assist goes.
Here's Paul. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The 3 is up. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Toppin's shot is off. Into the lane. And that one drops. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. McConnell from outside. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. San Antonio on top. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Miles Turner really making a difference here.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Johnson is at the 3 with Sohan down at the 4. Then there's Chris Paul. And it's Champagny at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Paul passes to Champagny. And there's the foul. It's on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
McConnell from outside. Rebound San Antonio. Sohan inside. He's against Toppin. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here. Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys. That's a look they always want him to take. If he's got space, he's got the ultra green light.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Shepherd. 4-3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Mamukelashvili, covered by Bryant. Paul for 3. That shot missing. Pacers trail by 4. Neesmith on the wing. No made baskets yet. And yep, it's good.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out. And when defenders are lurking, that bounce pass can be the only way to get it through.
And it's Shepherd missing. San Antonio leading by 5. Sohan Outside, here's Mamukelashvili, and he dunks it down.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Here's Toppin, and he'll take a trip to the line for two. Clearly got fouled on that shot. Indiana shooting their second and third free throws tonight. That free throw no good. And he sinks the second. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Ryan, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
It's both from the stripe. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. A line change here for San Antonio.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And so it's Indiana with it. They trail by 6. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. Halliburton against Fox. Oh, 2 physical points for Halliburton.
He can move around with the big boys. Halliburton not giving in on the interior.
Now here's Fox. 9 points in the game. Outside Wembanyama. Here's the 3. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Richard, the first winner of the NBA Clutch Player of the Year, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's great late in games because he's so quick. You got to give him space. But he's improved his outside shot, so you can't just lay off of him. Makes him a little tough to guard, especially late.
The 3 ball. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him deliver it.
Kept alive outside Mathurin. That 3's off the mark. Spurs lead by 10. The 3 from Barnes. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Siakam, no good. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 13-5 run. Fox finds Wembanyama. And a miss there on the triple. Siakam with it. Fox picks him up. Halliburton left side. High post Siakam. Pass to Mathurin. Clock at 6. And he makes it on the layup.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Here's Fox. Fox lifts off and hammers it down.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Siakam for 3. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Spurs up 10. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And the Pacers looking at who they've got. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. Halliburton on the wing. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Wembanyama, no good. Pacers trail by 8. Pass to Turner. Siakam with a screen on Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Turner. Uncovered. Barnes with the rebound.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
Siakam against Fox. The three from Wembanyama. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from three.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Siakam for three. Gets the three to fall.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let them get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Halliburton finds Siakam. Halliburton right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Here's Wembanyama. Count it. Good. Wembanyama's got 22 points.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
And a strong finish with two hands.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Here's Wembanyama. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
A ferocious shot blocker. Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
Back to Nembhard. Siakam against Barnes. Siakam, no good.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Here's Wembanyama. Out to Fox. Pass to Barnes. Going inside. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What a savvy pass by Fox. This is a guy who really sees all angles on the floor.
Up top, Turner. Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Castle. Finished off the break. And now it's a 12-point San Antonio lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Fox, the pass to Vassell. Turner against Wembanyama. Fades back. Mathurin with a rebound.
It's never easy from that distance. So we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Inside, here's Wembanyama. The big man, Wemby for two.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Siakam, pass to Halliburton. Fires for three, and that one falls. His fifth basket in 7 tries.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
And Fox powers it home.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Vassell against Mathurin. From downtown. Siakam pulls down the board.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Stolen by Wembanyama. 5-second differential between the shot clock.
Oh!
Wow! Big finish right there!
What a finish.
Wow.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Back to Halliburton. Stolen by Vassell. Wembanyama from deep three-point land. Off on that one. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. A competitive game, you have to feel like this crowd.
Some great. Guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far. When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And it's Butler missing. Fox deciding where to go with it. Wembanyama against Green. Back to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. From the low block. Nice move. And Wembanyama with the layup.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. We discussed Steph Curry, of course, and what he advised his team to do against him. Coach said, I told our guys that we have to be right up on him, to fight over screens and not allow him to feel comfortable out there. A huge task for any defense, and we'll see if this one is up to the challenge. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. No one near Payton as he lets it go. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Here's Vassell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Here's Looney, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, the defender was all over Kevon Looney, and he got physical right back. That's a nice play.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And the Warriors making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. Now, here's Fox. A 3 from Wembanyama. Bangs home the trifecta. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Payton passes to Kuminga. And the layup falls.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Wembanyama outside. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Curry. Looney up top. Curry kicks to Payton. Outside Curry. Back to Payton. And it's Curry at the elbow. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And the lightning quick release of Curry really came in handy there.
Fox against Peyton, and Fox gets it to go.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Murray finds Kuminga. Vassell against Butler. Shoots over Vassell. Nice defense by Vassell. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a three-point game, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in.
Warrior substitution. Number 23.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Curry passes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5, home in the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Oh, good with the triple. Brent, Draymond Green's resume speaks for itself. What's he do, though, that we may not see or appreciate?
Well, Kevin, Draymond Green does such a great job of being a connector and communicator defensively. It is remarkable the way that he can impact every position on the floor by the way he uses both his position and his voice. Forget about the offense. Draymond takes on the challenge every night defensively, and that makes him elite.
Warriors leading by 3. Here's Hield. And it's Mamu Kelishvili with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. San Antonio again missing. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And they pick up 2. Hield's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
Well, Hield showing some of that stop and start and stop again game, changing directions, impossible to guard.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Sohan. Johnson with a screen on Kuminga. And it's Sohan missing. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Now here's Paul. He's defended by Pajemski. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Chris Paul. Here's Pajemski. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Brandon Pajemski. Here's Sohan. No good on the 3. Warriors leading by 5. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Nails the open triple off the fast break. Hield's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Here's Champagny. Still yet to score. 6 to shoot. Ball passes to Mamu Kelishvili. Here's Champagny. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
And the Spurs with possession. The Warriors making the shot. Here's Johnson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Curry passes to Kuminga. Back to Curry. Hield sets the pick for Curry. Curry gets it to go inside.
Curry's so good at working the angles inside, just adapting to the situation.
Ball passes to Champagny. Releases. A shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to post. It's tipped. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Champagny. Lock at 6. There's Mamu Kelishvili. No scoring in this one. And the basket by Castle.
Oh, that's a heads-up play by Castle to get that one off in time.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And here is Butler. There's the screen. Butler hammering it home.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Fox. And the layup is good. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
32. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Moody is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Butler in at the 3. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Golden State. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Here's Wembanyama. Following the score by Golden State.
and a monster game for Wemby. With the matchup issues he creates, I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Moody the pass to Butler. Lets a floater go. Can't get the layup.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Castle. It's stolen by Green. Right side, Kuminga. Now, here's Moody. Back to Kuminga. Trying to find Moody. Gets it to him. Can't cash in from close range. Wembanyama, that's for two.
Oh, Victor Wembanyama, a thunderous finish there.
The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Moody. And the slam by Moody.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. In the corner, Moody with it. Back to Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talent, so you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. Now, here's Looney. Pass to Post, and stolen by Barnes. Inside, Wembanyama with the aggressive finish.
Harrison Barnes out there looking to involve his teammates on that play.
Curry kicks to Hield. Back to Curry. Here's Post. Now Looney jacks up a three. Trains the three-pointer. Looney's got 7.
Now, Looney continues to work on trying to find ways to stretch out his game. That jumper helps.
Fox goes in. Barnes screen on Curry. Barnes outside. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Curry with the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Outside, Fox. Payton with some nice D. Warriors leading by 4. Hield dishes to Payton, and he drives in. Looney passes to Payton, and De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Moody's checked in for Golden State. Number 4, Moses Moody.
27 seconds left in the third. Now Curry. He's got 8. 5 on the clock. They set the pick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Steph with a great job there of finding the seam and just attacking the paint, trying to get as deep as possible, and he gets a little bit physical with him, but it'll pay off in free throws. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Barnes. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth.
It's the
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Spurs trail by 4. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the center. That's the San Antonio Fox.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Here's Butler, and there's the drive. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
That one goes in.
How about that? Just accepting the contact and still getting the finish for Fox.
And Kuminga throws it down.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Fox passes to Wembanyama to tie it up. Fox, no good. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Second chance shot. Outside Kuminga. And the 3-ball is good. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
This is what separates Green from most bigs. A point forward who excels at passing.
Yep, that one goes in there. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Payton passes to Butler. Back to Payton. Outside Butler. They kick it out to Green. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Wembanyama against Green. Wembanyama down low. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Warriors leading by 4. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Green bounce pass. Here's Kuminga. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Wembanyama finds Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Curry dishes to Green. Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
That stroke looked pretty good, and solid results as Draymond knocks down a rare mid-range jumper.
Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Green with a screen on Barnes. Over in the corner, Green. 4 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Kuminga with it. And now by Barnes. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Outside, Fox. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Vassell sends a screen for Wembanyama to tie it up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Moody's checked in for Peyton. It's the first that narrows the gap to 1.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Curry outside. San Antonio with the rebound. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Castle. Knocks down the 3.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You could bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. Probably. Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up for Brent.
watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Butler in at the small forward position.
Seems to me like Butler is just always in rhythm and under control. His next shot is never far away.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Curry finds Kuminga. Halliburton with the steal. Here we go, all alone. Here's Nembhard. And again, it's Indiana with a 3.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
And you think about the value Andrew Nembhard provides. Clark, he really excels at running the offense.
He's the quintessential point guard, BA. Has a great feel for setting up his teammates for what they're trying to get done. Plays with tremendous pace and great confidence. Typically doesn't over-dribble and is unafraid of any moment.
Now here's Siakam. Nembhard outside. Back to Siakam. From deep. Another 3 for Indiana.
A guy who can work the whole arc. Smooth corner shot by Pascal.
Right side Green. Payton passes to Kuminga. Outside for Green. Pass to Curry. 5 to shoot. Now Butler. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And that one's good.
Love the intensity from Curry, finding a way to work through the contact.
Turner finds Siakam. For 3. The Warriors pull it in. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Payton. Fires from deep. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selflessness about him that's inspiring.
And he makes it.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Curry. Outside Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Butler knows what he can do inside. That time, erupting for a throwdown.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me, I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Kuminga's shot is off.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Siakam, no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
And here's Butler outside. He can't get it to go. Halliburton with some nice D. Here's Matherin. Kicks it out to Siakam. Turner, a screen on Payton. Siakam with it. Green picks him up. Turner passes to Halliburton. And he lobs it up to the rim.
What a pass by Halliburton. He's so comfortable running the screen and roll. Excellent.
Here's Green. Outside Kuminga. Back to Green. Butler taking his time here. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Look, he's not the bulkiest guy in terms of his frame, but Butler is really fearless and plays with great confidence and toughness, and it's hard to stop him because of that.
Halliburton misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Halliburton against Payton. Here's Curry. The rebound by Turner. Curry with a steal. Down low. Green, the pass to Butler. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Curry. Yep, that one goes. Curry's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fall away, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Pass to Butler. Outside Kuminga. Back to Butler. With one on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Halliburton and Nembhard, the 1 and the 2. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Mathurin in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Looney passes to Moody. Got a piece of it. 5 on the clock. Outside Curry. Pass to post. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. It's a one-on-one situation. Halliburton against Curry. Halliburton, no good. The Warriors leading. Here's Moody. Curry with it. Jacks up a 3. There he is. The three-point king delivers on cue.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Siakam for 3. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Siakam's got 6.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to post. And he converts the layup. Post has gotten his first basket of the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's Supreme Court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill. Feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
A long swing player. Siakam uses that 6'9" length down low.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A new lineup here for Indiana. And the Warriors making a change here. The Warriors lead by 3. Hield passes to Payton. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Kuminga, strong like bull.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Kuminga against Toppin. Back to McConnell. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Field passes to Looney. Here's Moody. And Bryant pulls it down. There's Neesmith with the three. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That's on Gary Payton, second.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Moody passes to Kuminga. Back to Moody. Oh, here's Moody. Power it home.
Oh, wow. B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine, even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
And here are the Warriors now. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to post. Oh, and Bryant with a block. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Bryant's got 5 points.
And put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Warriors, all right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Well, Clark, every player should know their leash with the officials.
Very much so, but I think most players should keep their mouths shut. There's too much yakking as officials, in my mind. It takes away from the beauty of the game. It's an eyesore, and I wish more players would just play and keep their mouths shut, especially when it comes to talking to the official.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Both good from the line that time. The Warriors trailing. And here's Curry. He's got 11. About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Shepherd. Outside Neesmith. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Butler. Outside Payton. Now here's Kuminga. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's McConnell. Shoots over Curry. Toppin outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That's his first foul.
Second team foul. Substitution for the Warriors.
On defense, the Warriors. And here's Toppin from the arc. Counted from distance. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Curry finds Green. Green with a screen on McConnell. Curry passes to Butler. The kick out, Curry. Six on the shot clock. Tries again. The shot by Butler, no good. Indiana leading by 3. Pass to Shepherd. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Shepherd's got his first points of the night.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Butler passes to Curry. Now the Pacers on the move. Butler with a steal. Fast break, here we go. Oh, look at Green. So smart, so athletic.
You can't forget where Green is in transition because he keeps himself ready to score in these situations.
Here's Toppin using his post moves to get the 2 points. Toppin's got his second bucket on the night.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Curry passes to Green. Here's Post. Knocks it down from distance. Post has got 5 points.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Looney's checked in for Green. Moody comes in for Jimmy Butler. Heald's checked in for Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry. The teardrop. Bryant, no good. Golden State has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Pass to Post. Hield with the ball. Picked up by Nesmith. For the lead. And it's Hield missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
McConnell outside. Toppin outside. Here's the screen by Bryant. Outside for McConnell. Up top, Bryant. Goes up at the stripe. Yes! And it's McConnell with the assist that time. McConnell's got his 3rd assist of the night. The 3 is up. The shot by Podziemski, no good. Indiana leading by 4. In transition, here come the Pacers. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Warriors foul.
Indiana shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
4th team foul.
That one's off. And the Warriors making a change here.
Shepherd.
And the second free throw is good. 19 seconds left in the 3rd. Podziemski with it. Still without a bucket. Here's Hield. Softly drops in the floater.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
McConnell from outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've reached the end of the third. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the 1. That's the 5 for the Pacers. And so it's Halliburton with it. He brings it up for Indiana. They lead by 4. And here's Siakam for 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
It's stolen by Kuminga. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Kuminga throws it down.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers. momentum shifter, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Warriors trail by 4. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul of the game. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Looney. Butler comes in for Moody. Payton's checked in for Heel. And it's Stephen Curry in for Pajemski. Great open look there.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Siakam with a screen on Payton. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pass to Turner. There's a screen by Turner. Nembhard with it. Kuminga defends. And the basket by Siakam.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Turner for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Butler. To tie it up. And Butler inside.
And Butler not afraid of having the ball in his hands in these big moments. He's the guy that you can count on to get it done in the clutch.
Back to Halliburton. Out to the right wing. Here's Turner. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Again, the miss by Butler. For Indiana, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Siakam looking it over. Siakam with a screen on Green. Pass to Matherin. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Turner with nobody on him. He buries that jumper. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Turner stepping up big, showing you some composure and leadership there.
Curry. And here's Green. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Nembhard. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
There's something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Proving he has the clutch DNA. Love seeing Turner up his game during these big possessions.
Curry finds Butler. The kick out, Curry. Back to Butler. Fires it. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Here's Siakam. On the wing, Matherin. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Green. Pass to Butler. Kuminga against Siakam. 6 to shoot. And here's Butler outside. Can't knock in the 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonathan Kuminga. That's foul number 2 for him. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Left in the fourth quarter.
High value assist there. finding him inside for the finish.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
I don't know if they should actually look for the three here. That's a bit greedy. I'd take a good look, even if it's a two-point basket. Take the high percentage shot.
The three from Curry. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so it's the Pacers who come up. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox. And it's Wembanyama in its center. And that one, good.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. Wembanyama looking it over. Pass to Castle. Back to Wembanyama. Off target with his three. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Indiana. Halliburton passes to Turner. Fires the three. Halliburton, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along and then come with the skills that he has on a court. The length, his mobility, how fluid he is, it's unprecedented.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Mathurin against Barnes. Back to Mathurin. Shot clock at 5. Mathurin with a screen on Barnes. Siakam's shot is off. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Fox passes to Wembanyama. And a fast break now for the Pacers. They now take the lead.
The size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Rick Carlisle and I did speak a few minutes ago. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Turner with a screen on Fox. Here's Nembhard. And he drops it in from the low post.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Castle. Back to Fox. That three off the mark.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery, Stan, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now, here's Fox, and the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game. .50 seconds left in the first quarter. Wembanyama finds Barnes, just 4 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, the jam by Halliburton.
And how about the young man showing his bounce? Halliburton campaigning for the dunk contest with that one. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Siakam kicks to Halliburton. Pass to Nembhard. Beyond the arc. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And the rejection by Wembanyama. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Indiana out in front. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 down low. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. Can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks.
First team foul.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And the basket by Castle.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
It's Fox with the drive.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Halliburton for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Halliburton's got 7 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
A 3 from Wembanyama. Nailed from 3-point land.
3.
Wembanyama's got the lead back up to 4 now for San Antonio. Here's Halliburton. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 9.
For a skinny guy, Halliburton has a lot of confidence inside. In fact, he's confident at everything he does.
Vassell, no good. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Mathurin passes to Nembhard. Back to Mathurin. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Siakam inside the 3-point line. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fox feeling it out a bit. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's foul number 2 for him. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Wembanyama. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Miles Turner. Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort, because He's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body, even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
He moves. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
On the wing, Bryant lets it go with a 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And it goes out of bounds. That one off McConnell.
San Antonio ball.
32 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside for Wembanyama. The size, the shooting touch. Wembanyama is unreal.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. The Spurs making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Champagnie and another basket for San Antonio.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
Here's Shepard. And that one drops.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for San Antonio. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Shepard out there with T.J. McConnell. And there's Bryant. Then there's Toppin. And it's Nesmith in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And they recover it. Johnson for 3. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Nesmith, the pass to Toppin. Shepard with the ball. And here's Bryant outside. Rebound by Sohan. Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach Jeremy Sohan? He played a lot of point guard during his second season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
Pass to Shepard. And a miss there on the triple. Spurs leading by 6. Paul passes to Champagnie. There's the 3. Now Johnson. The 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know, some guys who rely on their strength aren't great shooters. Johnson, though, is in a different category.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy, and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Pass to Champagny. Connects from three-point range. Champagny's got the lead up to 9 now for San Antonio. Here's Toppin, and he slams it down right on top of Keldon Johnson.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. There's a screen by Bryant. Lays it up and banks it in. And now just a 5-point San Antonio lead.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team.
A nice shot by Sohan.
And that's a routine play for Paul. He's not going to miss the open man.
Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
Here's Champagny. A new 14-second shot clock for San Antonio. Cans it from downtown.
3 points. And look at Paul's focus. He is completely locked in on his shot.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. A shot by Johnson, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Spurs on defense. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Toppin passes to Neesmith. He's looking for Bryant and finds him. Shot clock at 6. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
The drive by Paul. It's rebounded by Indiana.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Good on the three-point shot.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
They get it back. Pass to Champagny. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. 17 seconds left to play here in the third. And it's good, 2 points. Now it's just a 3-point San Antonio lead.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Champagny passes to Mamu Kelishvili. And that one's good, Champagny. Champagny's got 8.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, the forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center, filling out the middle.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen. It doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Halliburton kicks to Turner. Turner with a screen for Siakam. The 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's not an easy shot for a big. Siakam showing his comfort level from anywhere.
Fox. Vassell outside. To the wing right side. And Wembanyama outside. The 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Halliburton. Pacers trail by 4. Nembhard with it, and it's Vassell picking him up. Mathurin for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, Fox. Barnes outside. Drills it from outside. And the Spurs lead by 7.
And you just have to have an appreciation how under control Fox plays. I like watching him work the ball through the D in that pick and roll.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. There's the pick. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Over Castle. Siakam misses. Spurs leading by 7. And stolen by Siakam. Pass to Nembhard. High arcing shot and stolen by Wembanyama. Vassell outside. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Outside, Fox. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Indiana ball.
Pacers trail by 7. Here's Halliburton. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And guys, there's just an air about Halliburton. He has such belief in his abilities, and eventually others start to believe.
2 minutes remaining in the ball.
For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And a wide open look from Mathurin. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead. San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
Second team foul.
Pacers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Pass to Nembhard. Out to Turner. It's Nembhard on the wing. Guarded by Fox. The shot by Turner no good. Spurs shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Here's Wembanyama. And it's sent back by Turner. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. .122 left in the 4th quarter. A 3 from Wembanyama. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Turner with a screen on Barnes. Here's Siakam. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And delivering in the clutch, Siakam with 0 fear, wanting the ball when it matters most.
Here's Fox. The kick out to Barnes. Wembanyama sets a screen for Barnes. The Pacers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Vassell. Another shot. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Now the Pacers with it. It's a 5-point game. For 3, Siakam. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Nemhard the pass to Turner. Turner with a screen on Barnes to take the lead. Off target from downtown. From deep three-point territory. No good there. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous...